Hi guys, I've got a really interesting video running here that I came across about the Earth's axis, the Anima Mundi, and how the precessional cycle and the axis shift of the Earth were encoded in the Osiris myth. Very, very interesting. The interesting thing that was news to me is that the Earth is on 112,000 year cycle around the sun, but it goes from an elliptical, erratical cycle into a circular orbit of 12,000 years. So out of the 112,000 years, for 100,000 years, it's on this elliptical circle. And then in the Bible, it's encoded. She explains this as well with this 3.5 year time, 3 times and a half times. And what's happening is she explains this, the big gas giants. See here, it goes from this elliptical form into a circular one, and it's called orbital eccentricity. And the 4 guys that are involved with setting this cycle from one to the other are the Jovian planets: Jupiter associated with Horus, Saturn associated with Set, the tugboats of the great ship. So these 2 guys are pulling the Earth into this elliptical circle. Circular circle from the elliptical one. The other 2 ones are Uranus and Neptune. So the Earth is being pulled in and out the eccentrical orbit by these guys. And now if you look at what he's on about here, Mr. Adapt, he shows us here the alignments at the moment, and how his Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune, and how the tugboats are aligned in such a way at the moment to open up another electrical field. So we're basically squished by 2 electrical forces. So we're here, attracted and in the electromagnetic reach of the sun, obviously. Now these 4 tugboats are going on the opposite side and tugging, basically. And I don't know whether he's aware of this mythology that she's just explaining, which is encoded in all these ancient stories. But here you have what they're actually doing. It's fascinating, kind of all coming together now. This had been alluded to in the Milankovitch cycles, where you have this degree, where the tilt change, which goes from, at the minimum, 21.5 degrees to the maximum of 5 degrees, and we're currently at 23.5 or 4, or possibly 1. She couldn't quite sort of be clear on that, but here you can see the eccentricity of the cycle. So the elliptical one and the round one, where the Earth for 12,000 years gets pulled into circular motion around the sun, right? That's going to affect our climate. Here's all the 3 cycles to do with the axis. First, orbit obliquity. She explains all of this. The precession, this eccentricity, the tilt of the axis. This is the axis mundi, the tree of life, and how all this was encoded in the ancient stories. So basically, the 4 archangels are Leo, Taurus, Scorpio and Aquarius. They are the marker points of where within the procession this thing happens, and they are metaphorically being described by these characters: Osiris, Set, Isis, and Horus. They're the four cardinal points at which this tug of war happens every 100,000 years or so. Then bringing you for 12,000 years on a circular motion, right? This is very, very interesting stuff. So Earth's annual orbit around the Sun, the cardinal cross wheel, and the tilt of the axis that this dictates the seasons, presently is at 23.4. In 1980, it was at 23.7, and it is declining. So we're falling into that, towards that 21.5 degree marker, from the one extreme to the other, right? And with that, we're falling towards a different pole star. So, this is 14,000 years ago, the pole star was Vega. 3,000 years ago, the pole star was Tuban. And presently, it's obviously Polaris. And in The Shining, you have the woman, the star, or Isis, with her star Sirius, coming out of the sea, ringing in the new age, and the room number is 23.7, which is the tilt that the Earth's axis was at back then, which has now fallen from back then to 23.4%. You with me there? I'll leave the link to this below. Very interesting. She's done a whole load of videos on the Anima Mundi.